This is our project of The History of Flight in Space on Balloons by Rocky Weber and Josh Seifert. The balloon advancement came to be by two curious scientists wanting to be able to lift items from the ground up by using smoke and heat. The balloon advancement was around the time when the United States and Great Britain signed the Treaty of Paris, ending the war between the two countries, giving independence between USA and Great Britain. Fun fact, the first passengers to ever fly in a hot air balloon was a pig and a duck.
The date of the advancement was November 21st of 1783 in Paris, France, and it was by the Montgolfier brothers.
These are pictures of the advancement that you can see to the right and in the bottom middle. This is one of the first two balloons ever made. You can see on the right how there's not really much advancement. It's just a balloon tied to a basket with heat coming up. And then the middle bottom is, you can see it's more advanced, but still kind of not as best as the two modern pictures to the top and the left. But on the bottom you can see it's still a round balloon tethered to the basket now. And this is our video.
Air travel. A large bird takes off from a hillside. A peacock soars.
Birds could do it so easily, but humans just couldn't get airborne.
A flock of birds fly together. In an illustration, people look upward.
It was the French Montgolfier brothers who approached the problem from a different
A
angle.
balloon flies above them.
Realizing that heat rises, they tried filling lightweight bags with hot air. Soon the experiment included a basket, and then a couple of farm animals inside the basket, making a pig and a duck the first passengers ever to fly.
Another illustration shows the balloon with a basket. A hot air balloon flies in present day.
Balloons had their limitations, but the intoxicating experience of flying served only to spur on would-be airmen.
In archival footage, a sort of glider takes off down. An early helicopter falls over.
And this is a newspaper article of the first ever air balloon flight. So yeah, that is a picture of that.
The development of the balloon advancement. The Montgolfier brothers first got the idea of the hot air balloons from burning a piece of paper. They were both intrigued on how burning paper lifted the ashes into the air. They concluded that the heat from the flame and the smoke had some type of power to be able to lift the ashes in the air and carry them. They then created a large-scale balloon to test their theory of this magical lifting power. After creating the balloon, they made a load that the objects being carried were on, and above was the flame, was the burning supply.
And the first hot air balloon to ever take flight had three animals in it, a duck, a rooster, and a sheep, and it was designed by the Montgolfier brothers, and it lasted 15 minutes. And the second flight they ever did was 25 minutes and actually held human passengers, and it had no casualties, and it jump-started the advancements for future hot air ballooning.
Hot air balloons have been advancing over the years, as you've been seeing them across the world. Everywhere you go, there's always a hot air balloon floating in the scene on every kind of vacation where you go. But there's three typical hot air balloons that you see nowadays. There's the original hot air balloon, with above you is a flame and heat source that burns either wood or straw, something that has great potential of creating heat and that has lots of smoke when it's being burnt, able to carry it above. The other one is hydrogen and helium balloons, which is just called a gas balloon, which typically there's just like a tank of gas that is burning up in the top, lifting the balloon. It's much more efficient and can travel longer periods of time and be able to stay in the sky longer. And the other one is a tethered kite balloon. It's just a regular hot air balloon, but it's tethered to the ground, so it's typically just for sightseeing, as it just goes up about 500 feet and you can look around and then it comes around.
And these are our credits.